It's your host, BA Gaming, or BA Sketches, depending on what channel I post this to first. And I'm here with my friend, Nathan. And we're watching Green Lantern vs. Simone, or Kyle Rayner, my personal favorite Green Lantern. I absolutely love this character. And I know a lot of people are going to say, how do you like Green Lantern? You're a Ben 10 fan. Just because Death Battle ruined this doesn't mean anything. I still like Green Lantern comics. Anyways, stop. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Simone the Digger.
Kyle Rayner, the White Lantern.
Two men born of Earth with the willpower to pierce the heavens and conquer infinity.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Alright, yes, please. I want Kyle Rayner to win so bad.
Deep underground, Jiha Village lived in dreary isolation, oblivious to the wider world above their squalid cave.
That's where the hero of our story comes in. The young man who would lead his comrades into the sunlight at last. Kamina, the great and mighty. Oh, and his little brother from another mother, Simone. He was there too, I guess.
Simone was a digger, content to drill endlessly through the dirt, until the day he found the core drill.
A key that activated the mysterious buried mech that Kamina named Lagan. Under his magnificently masculine leadership, Kamina finally drilled their way to freedom, seeing the sun after a life in the dark.
But the sky was by no means the limit. The surface was ruled by the cruel chimeric beastmen, and Kamina would lead his compatriots against them to reclaim the Earth for humanity, scoring a second mech in the process, aptly named Gurren.
And as befits Kamina and Simone's unbreakable brotherly bond, Gurren and Lagan merged, creating Gurren Lagan.
With Kamina piloting the body and Simone the head, these two were unstoppable.
Of all the giant fighting robots in all the animes across history, Gurren Lagan might just be the absolute coolest, fueled by its pilot's willpower and capable of making any weapon they can
drill
imagine,
fanboy,
including missiles.
I don't know anything about this anime.
Sunglasses, boomerang, and of course,
drills! Wrist-mounted drills, kunai drills, shield drills, kamehameha drills.
I wonder if he drills people.
The King of Drill Buraku! Side note,
That'll be
it is so
awesome.
funny that the only thing they could think of was drills. That's like if I made booze or something, my whole personality. What up?
With Gurren Lagan's awesome power, Kamina laid waste to enemy forces, liberated human villages, and fomented a rebellion against the Beastmen King, Lord Genome.
Until Kamina died.
Oh,
what?
what?
Shit, was that supposed to happen?
Nope, and it was all Simone's fault. He let his willpower waver, and his soul brother paid the price.
What?
After all, he was just a humble digger, at home in the darkness, guided solely by the light of Kamina's spirit.
So his big bro left him with
so he
these
does
final
drill
words.
someone.
Have faith in the sea.
Pause. Someone dies. Oh, so he does drill someone. Really, Nathan? That's what you go with? His best friend and brother died, so he did drill someone. Come on, Nathan. More than death. Alright, pray.
Who believes in you? Damn.
Kamina was the one looking up to him the whole time. It was Simone who found Lagan, Simone who pierced the surface, and Simone who would now lead humanity to victory.
Especially with his gal pal Nia at his side,
I
who
think
helped pull him out of his rut and kicked Lord Genome's ass. But victory only lasted 7 years before the anti-spiral attack.
Unimaginably powerful godlike aliens, the anti-spiral feared humanity's potential, what they dubbed the spiral nemesis.
Remember how Gurren Lagan's own fighting spirit? Turns out that's just a manifestation of spiral power, an energy that all spiral beings, like humans, have. That's right, the laws of physics run on chutzpah.
Just as the spiral turned inward represents endless obsession and madness, the spiral turned outward spins forever into infinity, the perfect representation of humanity's evolution.
Okay, this little kid just became an all-time god.
As he led Team Gurren across the multiverse to take the fight to the anti-spiral. And this is when Gurren Lagann gets crazy.
Channeling spiral power lets you constantly adapt to threats, no matter how overwhelming. Simone can create portals to different realities and higher dimensions. He can generate force fields, absorb energy attacks, and even merge Gurren Lagann with bigger and stronger machines.
Creating the Arc Gurren Lagann, which is strong enough to shatter space and time with a punch.
Why is it always, yes, I can shatter space and time? Why? Why could every fictional character do this? Every single time.
Because, feats.
I really hope Kyle Rayner wins this. I mean, like, he's become God before.
The Super Galaxy
I don't
Gurren
know.
Lagann,
I'm gonna be honest. I think the kid is winning this.
I don't know, man. Kyle Rayner can summon the Source Wall. You don't know how busted
The thing is, I am on Kylo Rayner's side, though. I do want Kylo Rayner to win, but I don't know. I think he has competition.
I'm a big fan, man. Please don't kill the cool.
I'm sorry, Brendan, but I think you're losing again. I'm sorry.
going to punch you if I use 2 times in a row. Pray.
Can fire lasers that are fast enough to hit, and I quote, all time, space, and dimensions.
Pause. All time, space, and dimensions? Huh? What does that mean?
Brendan, I changed my mind. I want this kid to win.
How does
I'm voting for this kid now.
Space and dimensions?
Viewers watching this, if the kid wins, I win. If Green Lantern, if he wins, then Brendan wins.
How the fuck does all space, time, and how do you hit that? Okay. I see that the creator of this anime didn't want this character to ever use a death battle. So all I gotta say is,
Yeah, sorry, Brendan, but you're
all within a Planck instant.
That's the smallest unit of time physically possible.
Meaning each laser would have to be moving.
Nathan, I can hear your video. How loud is your volume?
Oh my god. Okay, there, I'm muted.
Alright, play.
4.6 times 10 to the 117th power times faster than light.
What number is this?
Oh, well, looks like this wins the award for fastest calculated speed feat in our show's history. Congratulations, Gurren Lagann.
Move over, SpongeBob. You've been dethroned. Oh, and the guidebook says they hit an innumerable number of enemies across infinite universes.
What?
You literally cannot calculate how fast that is.
But it wasn't enough to escape the anti-spiral's greatest trap, the multiverse labyrinth, an attack that imprisons Simon in his own unique multiverse, forced to experience an infinite number of alternate realities that controlled his mind, permanently arresting him in a dream world.
Except Simon and his spiral power are just built different, and after being inspired by his bro, Simon absorbed that whole multiverse to escape.
What makes this even more impressive is that this labyrinth was 11-dimensional, meaning Simon absorbed a higher dimensional structure several orders of infinity greater than himself. The jump between dimensions is basically infinite. Each new dimension adds a new direction of space that extends infinitely, thus an infinite gap in size and scope.
What?
Oh, we're just getting started. Imagine a 2-dimensional drawing interacting with a 3-dimensional person.
Okay. That's not too far off from what actually happened.
Because
yeah, sorry, but he's not winning this. Kylo Rayner's not winning. I'm sorry, Brendan, you're losing again.
Of himself, including an alternate universe.
Pause! What are this guy's speed? He just said, yes, power scaling. I've never heard of that word. He just can attack infinite? He surpasses the concept of infinity? Who wrote this character? Why is he built different? Oh. Man, I thought Kyle Rayner was built different. This man just walks up and says, power scaling? I've never heard of that word. Oh, I hate everything. I'm gonna keep prey.
Simon, who is writing his own alternate universe version of Gurren Lagann. And that author's spiral power made his fictional Simon
Pause.
real.
Give me the time you're at.
I'm at 305, but an author wrote.
Like, is there a minus before that?
Yeah, it's minus 305. What?
Wait, minus 3. Oh.
Dude, an alternate universe Simone made fiction reality? How does that even... Guys,
Okay, 3, 2, 1, play.
another to the mix.
Wait, if every human being has spiral power, you're telling me we can all do this shit?
This all
What?
gave our Simone enough spiral power to form the next step in mecha evolution,
Huh?
Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann.
Oh,
This
he
is
did
when
that.
Gurren Lagann gets actually fucking crazy. Like shooting missiles that alter probability so they have a 100% chance of hitting you, or tossing galaxies around like frisbees.
Okay,
Sorry, did I say galaxies? I meant universes.
Oh, okay,
Simon's
of
power
course.
was so immense that he started generating super spiral space, a higher dimension encompassing our own universe.
With it, Simone turns his thoughts into reality, letting him create his mech and all of its weapons in the first place.
Not
No,
only
why
does this
not?
mean he no longer needs co-pilots, he can also regenerate any damage done to him or his mech just by willing it back into existence.
He
Like when
defeated the
Lorgino used
anti-spiral.
spiral power to survive quantum
Ah, it's
breakdown,
BS.
or the time Nia, now the
Yeah, I'm
best
sorry,
wife in
but
the
I
universe,
want this guy to
used
win. This
spiral
guy's
power
awesome.
to
I want him to
constantly
win now.
regenerate
This
her
guy's
body
freaking
from
awesome.
being erased at the informational level for 7 days straight.
Information in physics is essentially the ones and zeros that make up every possible outcome in reality.
What?
Nia literally regenerated from the statistical certainty of her own destruction.
If I have spiral power, Wiz, when the fuck is my leg growing back?
But even this was not
Wait.
enough for the anti-spiral. Simone evolved one more time.
Into Super Tengen Toppa
Yeah, if
Gurren
there's a cat, call
Lagann.
This
them.
mech is so big, its size is literally incalculable. And with a
What do you
drill
mean?
somehow even larger than that, Simone and his friends
No.
shattered the anti-spiral once and for all.
no.
Hey, cruel indifference of the universe.
How is this guy
Meet
So he's the most
indomitable
popular
human
one.
spirit.
Proving Kamina's
Wait, are you
words
ahead of me?
prophetic,
'Cause I'm still on the
that Simon's
anti-spiral.
drill is the drill that would pierce
You
the
paused?
heavens.
No.
With no more worlds left to conquer, Simone chose to wander the earth for the rest of his days.
I went to the time you
in
were at. Okay,
service to
hang on.
others.
Always
I'm
looking
at 4
up,
foot
for all
10.
the lights in the sky are stars, and every star another world of spiral cousins that can live free.
All thanks to a humble digger.
All right, let me. Okay, I just got past the answers. The
The
spiral
universe.
character. Pause. What the fuck were those abilities? No.
It's
What?
awesome. I hope he wins.
This man just said power scale. I've never heard of that word. Oh, by the way, I'm at.
So just so you know, viewers, he's basically crying because his character is gonna lose again, so that's why he's mad at this character being peak fiction.
I don't understand. That isn't even big fixing. That is just let me make up every possible ability to win every single fight. How do you upscale from that? How do you upscale from that? Like, oh yes.
And just when he couldn't beat him, he transformed one last time and even bigger.
He was already bigger than the size of bitterness. It was impossible to calculate his size. And then he got bigger.
He got bigger than being incalculatable.
I don't understand. How are you so
Yeah.
funny?
What do you mean you don't understand? He's peak fiction. You're just mad because your character is gonna lose again.
Nah, man, Kyle would have got this. He has to have some overpowered ability from, like, I don't know, the 90s. This guy's been around for into the eons, man. Oh, I'm at
Where are you at?
359. I'm making out a red planet. Like Mars. I'm going to edit this part out. You check Mars, from what I can tell. Oh, you at that part?
I'm so confused. Look at my camera. Wait, will it mess your thing up if you click off?
The universe is a dangerous place. Should you find yourself face to face with an interdimensional vampire, alien dictators, or this one really pissed off cat, you know who to
Oh, that
call.
looks like
The
an
Green
angry
Lantern
cat.
Corps. They're the Space Fuzz, an intergalactic police force founded billions of years ago by blue leprechaun gods.
And the
okay,
greatest
cool.
Green Lantern among
Yeah,
them
that's
was
cool.
everyone's favorite, Hal Jordan.
You know him.
Hey, wait.
You love him. You might hate him. But you
So
gotta
Hal Jordan's the most
respect him.
popular.
Pause! They endorsed the Benton death battle. They knew people got mad at that death battle. They endorsed it. Did you see that? They so big.
Yeah, and they said Hal Jordan's the most popular Green Lantern.
Then they show Ben getting stomped by a boot and saying you hate him. They endorsed that death battle sucked. I hate them. All right, kick Bray.
Man with a will as unbreakable as Hal's.
Until the day his will broke.
After his hometown got completely obliterated, Hal lost his mind. He rampaged through the core, killing everyone in his path, and absorbed the central power battery, the literal Green Lantern,
becoming the Emerald Tyrant, Parallax.
There was only one survivor of Parallax's killing spree, Ganthet. And with what remained of his strength, he gave the last Green Lantern ring in the universe to a human, Kyle Rayner.
The goal!
So was Kyle picked for his indomitable willpower like Hal was?
He was just there. He had no idea what was going on. Must feel good being given the most dangerous magical weapon in existence to figure out on your own. Hey, if Colonel Sanders, Daffy Duck, Space Wheat, and a sentient box can master it,
I like the kid more. He's still cooler.
The Green Lantern ring can do anything, fulfilling any wish its user desires as though it were a genie from a lamp.
It lets you fire energy blasts, create force fields, affect gravity, turn invisible and intangible, manipulate matter, time travel, warp reality, and erase things from existence.
Think we're exaggerating? Well, consider the time Kyle stretched the very fabric of space to increase the Planck length a billion times over. That's like stretching an inch into a light year.
Lanterns control time and space, letting them fly so fast they can create a Speed Force singularity.
Tapping into the Speed Force requires entering a higher dimension of space, requiring speeds that are not only faster than light, but totally immeasurable. And the rings have an artificial intelligence that operates just as fast, automatically protecting its user from danger.
Like the time that Poozer Kilowog survived being erased from existence by the Crisis on Infinite Earth.
The ring is fueled by its user's willpower and limited only by their imagination.
While Hal may have had the greatest willpower in the Corps, Kyle's imagination is unmatched, probably because he's a comic book artist. We know from this show, they think of some wild shit.
But the Green Lantern's most recognizable ability is their constructs, Kyle's speciality.
Samurai armor, pirate ships, giant dragons, actual working home computers,
and
his favorite, super fighting robots. Hey, that one looks familiar.
Kyle can make them strong
I still like the kid more. He's cooler.
As much
I'm going
as
to punch you,
eternity.
Or hold back a 12.3
Dude, he literally
Big
became
Bang.
God.
Wait, 0.3? DC's multiverse
He
has
defeated the
12.3
anti-spy
dimensions? That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
The ring's only downside is that it's limited to 24
shut up,
hours
you're just a
before needing a
fanboy.
recharge.
So it can blow up universes, but it has the battery of an iPhone. Never mind, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Although I'd say Kyle's biggest weakness was Kyle. With great power came no responsibility.
Perhaps a manifestation of Kyle's self-doubt. Any reflection came too late, though, when one of Kyle's villains brutally murdered his girlfriend, Alex, and put her body in a fridge.
Kyle wasn't the only one traumatized. This moment was so infamous, it started the trope called fridging.
For how female characters are often sacrificed as mere plot devices to further a male character's development.
So it might surprise you that it happened to Kyle again.
Kyle finally got serious. He became a prominent member of the Justice League, faced off against Hal, and even rebuilt the Green Lantern Corps better than ever.
But little did he know, this torchbearer's greatest journey had only just begun.
In order to save Ganthet from an emotional lobotomy, it's a long story, he had to master all the colors of the emotional electromagnetic spectrum.
There are 7 colors, each representing a different emotion. The yellow light of fear lets Kyle manipulate the worst horrors in your mind. The more scared you are of him, the stronger he becomes.
Orange light is fueled by bottomless avarice, possessing Kyle to absorb not merely his enemies' attacks, but also their souls.
Red is rage, ripping out Kyle's heart and replacing his blood with napalm, which sounds like it sucks, but it's metal as hell.
Blue light is powered by hope and allows Kyle to heal wounds, resist mental domination, and supercharge his ring.
Indigo is compassion, reducing his opponent's will to fight and letting him open portals across space, connecting him to others.
The final one was the sapphire light of love. With it, he can trap enemies within crystal matrices and control their minds. But Kyle only mastered it by forgiving himself for Alex's tragic death.
Oh, self-love. I get it. Must be nice. And with their powers combined, he doesn't just make his enemies taste the rainbow.
The lights of the spectrum merged and Kyle became a White Lantern with total control over the power of life.
Wiz, I cannot think of an attack more useless in a death battle than something that makes you live.
Empowered by the physical embodiment of all life in the DC multiverse, Kyle is vastly more powerful than any other Lantern in existence.
He is.
Far stronger than Hal, who could harness the energy of every power battery across the multiverse.
Not only can Kyle instantly heal all wounds, purify corruption, and resurrect the dead, the white light of life is strong enough to go up against threats to all of creation, like the Anti-Monitor.
Okay, so it's not totally useless.
Especially after Kyle visited the Source and acquired the life equation. Essentially the source code to reality, the life equation is mathematical proof that life is worth living.
With it, Kyle can alter all of reality at a whim, even threatening the new gods like Darkseid.
The life equation, like its counterpart, the anti-life equation, is a conceptual artifact from a higher reality, originating in a platonic realm that is, in a sense, more real than we are.
So it's not a shock that the equation made Kyle too powerful.
He struggled to control it, and it subconsciously manifested a being composed of his fears and anxieties. Oblivion. Kyle's greatest weakness was still himself.
Kyle spent his whole life struggling with the power that the gods granted him, and throughout it all, he always rose to the occasion, carrying the universe on his back.
But ultimately, the only way to stop power from corrupting is to spread it. So Kyle split the life equation into pieces to found his second core, the White Lanterns. And together, they shattered Oblivion, destroying the self-doubt that plagued Kyle once and for all.
Not bad for a comic book geek from LA.
And now he was the one giving out rings of unlimited power to people who weren't sure if they could command it.
So he told them the truth. You can't teach someone how to use such power. You have to learn yourself, making mistakes along the way.
But with the power of life at their command, there's no end to their journey.
Okay, that's
only
facts.
Endless beginnings.
All right, pause. What are your thoughts on the White Lantern, man? Kyle Rayner.
Okay, so it is a cool story. Some random guy gets a Green Lantern ring, and he has to become the strongest. And, you know, he gets all the other Lantern rings and becomes a White Lantern. And then he split the life equation into the White Lanterns.
Yeah, because, you know, it had to become a god, kind of took a shit on his mental health. Which, you know, if I was God, I probably would do the same thing. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah. But man, that kid is amazing. He was just a kid who digs on the ground, and he became god of gods of gods. That kid is amazing.
I'm gonna pick it downplay my boy Kyle Rayner over here, man. The comic book artist, man.
Yeah, no, I think that kid is definitely winning. That kid is amazing.
I am going to kill you if he wins, Nathan. Oh my, pray. Just watch the animation.
Hey, remember Beerus versus Sailor Galaxia? No? Well, that's because it was taken off YouTube for being too anime.
What?
We've got a solution. It's our own website. That's www.deathbattle.gg. It's like our own private Patreon, with a store for Death Battle merch and a complete Death Battle video archive. It's got episodes that YouTube has banned, blocked, and censored, and there's even more goodies on the way. So check out deathbattle.gg live right now.
Nice. I didn't need the advertisement. Let's go. Come on.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a Death Battle!
I believe in you, kid.
From his name! It's Simon!
Alright, I'm not rusty at all.
Hey dude, Green Lantern Officer Kyle Rayner here. Ring says you've got a Class A galactic super weapon, whatever that is. I'm thinking it's the giant mech. Why don't you hand it over?
Gurren Lagann's mine, officer. Just who the hell do you think you are?
Main caster? Come on, man. You win. Go! He just made his basketball construct!
Tell me about it. 4!
Man, this guy's really played around with this.
That's nothing! My drill will pierce the heavens!
Okay, why do you have to stay a cool down? Dude, this animation, buddy, though. Superman!
That's really cool.
I know.
I'm a lantern.
We do the impossible.
See the invisible.
Touch the untouchable.
Break the unbreakable.
Come on, Hal Jordan.
If you ain't know,
Now you know.
Yeah. Oh, wait, what? Oh, hit him? How? Oh, yeah, you can change probability. Fuck.
I'm Simone the Digger. If there's a wall in my way, I'll smash it down.
I don't know if you can smash the sorcerer. Never mind. Dude, that's so crazy.
stop fighting. Think about your fear of death, your love of your friends, your compassion for me, your hope for the future. Choose
You got this,
life.
kid. You got this, kid.
What's up, Nathan?
Have faith in the Simone that believes in you.
Stop having everyone at all! No!
Super taking Topagur Lagan!
Fuck.
My drill is the drill that will transcend the heavens! Giga Drill Free!
Push forward, kid. Kill him.
No! Stop that Rayner! Oh, he made her kill him! Come on! What happened to the universe? Did they kill everyone? Oh no, he won, didn't he? What the fuck?
The super weapon wasn't your mech.
It was me.
Then, Simone, I'm taking you in brightest day, in blackest night.
Oh, this is so cool.
No
though.
evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware
Yeah,
my
my-
power. Green Lantern fly!
Oh, this is so cool.
Let's see you grit those
Yes! Ah! Go with it! Get back up! No! Oh.
You'd make a good lantern.
Simone of Earth. You have
You! Fuck
Who
you!
the hell do you think
Oh, I told you. The kid wins. I told you.
For the guy with the snazzy
Why does it happen every
When
time?
both combatants possess unlimited power, it's hard to judge them by our normal standards. Take speed.
See, I
Simone
believed
can
in
hit
that
an
kid. I
infinite
told
number of
you.
targets
Fuck
all at
that
once,
kid!
And Kyle can fly fast enough to surpass
I believed
the
you.
normal
I believed in
concept
him.
of speed
You,
itself.
you're just a
When you
biased
control
idiot.
space
You're just a
and
baby.
time,
on,
things
this
like
guy
strength and
Rayner!
speed can have
You act like a
Instead,
baby. You
let's
just
analyze
whine
them
like
through
a baby.
lens more
He is
applicable
the
to
GOAT.
beings as absurd
I
as
hope
Simone
you
and Kyle.
die.
Their
Kyle Wayne is
imagination,
the main
their
protagonist.
power,
You know, I
and
think
their
I want to watch
ultimate
his anime
potential.
now. I might just go out of my way to watch it now.
Imagination.
Yeah, make
The
it.
boundless things
No, I think I wanna
one
watch
use
it.
against the
This
other.
is an
Both
inspiring
can think
story.
Of just about anything the other could, like absorbing each other's attacks, fighting across time, anything.
Simone is
Simone
now
did
one of my
have a
favorite
few attacks that
protagonists
Kyle
of all
hasn't
time.
encountered, like the probability
I
ultra
hate
missiles, but it's
everything.
likely Kyle
This-
could adapt
this just made me
considering
like
his ring
Simone.
could
I like
protect
Simone
against
now.
existence
I
being
hate it
erased
all.
across the
Kyle Wayne was
multiverse.
so
And in general,
busted.
Kyle's
But
construct
this
Shut up,
guy
you dumb
had
baby.
half
in
for
Simone's
everything.
arsenal, which was
You're just a
mostly
villain that
true.
loses and then
Nothing
starts whining
Simone
like a
couldn't
baby.
adapt to with, say, his energy
How is he
absorption.
that? His
Imagination
powers
is a
were
draw.
just
Man,
win.
Simone,
Main factor for both
Simone,
characters,
he literally
the
just
origin of
said,
their
"Yeah, I'm
unbelievable
him."
might, their willpower.
You mean Kyle Wayne
He saw
is
the
being
end-
weird?
like, he saw the life equation at his face as a drill mocking his power and said, "Nah, I'm the GOAT."
Both can manipulate reality
Simone
on a
is the
multiversal
best.
scale with their
I
willpower,
hate it all.
but we can
The
use
worst part is this
dimensions.
is
Dude,
what the
White
best
Lantern
is.
literally mimicked
This
his
might sound
power and
absurd
made
for
a
most
rainbow
characters,
White
but it's
Lantern
necessary
life
for beings as
equation
beyond
drill, and
the
he
pale
said,
as Simone
"Nah,
and Kyle.
I'll
The
drill into that."
multiverse labyrinth
He's
that
the
Simone absorbed
GOAT.
contained
Why is he
11
so
spatial dimensions.
powerful?
That's
He
1.3
doesn't
dimensions
vision about
less
all.
than the
He just
multiverse
he
Kyle's
can be
power can
bigger
threaten.
than
And remember,
bigger
each
than
numbered
bigger.
dimension infinitely
He's literally
surpasses the one
11th
below.
dimensional,
Which
and he
meant
can be
Kyle's
no,
willpower
he's
was
infinite
stronger at a
dimensional.
base
He's the
level.
GOAT.
However, that doesn't necessarily mean Kyle gets
I'm
the edge.
talking
because
over
if
the
there's one
entire
thing both of
fucking
these
why this
guys
guy
are
won.
known
I don't
for,
care.
they
I'm
can
just saying,
always get
Simone's the
stronger.
So
greatest.
to determine the
He's
limits of their
awesome.
willpower,
I hate
we first
Simone.
need to understand their full
I think I like him more
potential.
than White
name
Lantern.
sounds like
Deal with
Demon!
firepower is how he can constantly evolve
I
to
like
get
him more than
stronger.
White Lantern,
So
to
just
be
because
honest.
Simone
His
starts
story's
off
just so much more inspiring.
Absorbing the
How dare you,
multiverse
Grotto,
fireworks required Simone to
Rayner, let's
leapfrog
go.
several orders of infinity in an instant.
I'm just saying, he's
Simone
cooler than
made
Kylo Rayner, to be
himself
honest.
that
You
much stronger
deserve
through
to burn
sheer
for your
force of
sins
will.
against
More than enough to
humanity.
close the
Listen,
gap with
hey, I
Kyle,
was on Kylo Rayner's
especially
side,
since
but when I
Spider
saw his
Power also
story,
lets
I don't
him
know, it
regenerate
literally
his body
made me
down
change
to
my
an
mind. That's how
informational
inspiring it
level.
is.
Fuck
Kyle's
you,
never
but I also
destroyed
watched the
something
anime.
that thoroughly before.
Without the
Studio
ability
Sugar
to
anime, I
easily
really like
kill
Studio
Simone,
Sugar's
it was
animation.
only a matter of time before
I think
Kyle's
they're
ring
probably one
ran
of the best
low on
animation series in
charge,
existence. I'm
especially
probably
since
gonna
Simone
get
could likely regenerate for at least a
Anti-Spyro. Like,
week
come on, man.
straight,
He's
like
just a
he did,
human.
while Blue
He's
Lantern
just a
Light could
human at
boost
the end of the
chakra.
day. It's an
Human?
underdog
Never jumped
story.
several orders of
Both of
infinity
us.
in strength like Simone.
Yeah, he was
And while
just a
Kyle
human,
could
just a little
manipulate
boy, and
emotions
he
to reduce
literally
Simone's
became
willpower, Simone resisting
beyond the
elaborate
multiverse,
mental
beyond
manipulation
existence,
meant
beyond
he could power
infinity.
through
He's
anything
the
Kyle threw
He
at him.
just got a
Everything, that
weapon,
is,
man.
except
Anyone
for
could
the
have done what
life
he did.
equation. It originated
No,
from a higher level
he
of
didn't
reality
need a
and would
weapon.
have
He
more
was the
than even
weapon.
the odds.
I
Too
will
bad
punch
Kyle
you.
couldn't control it. It was just as much a detriment to him as an asset.
Oh,
This
wow.
machine
forcing
wasn't.
him to
I didn't
relinquish
need
it
this
to keep
machine's
from
power.
destroying
I am
reality
the
and
power.
himself.
Compare that to
He's the
Simone,
best.
who merged with a version
I
of
will kill
himself,
him.
writing a version of Gurren Lagann, and using
I
spiral power
punch
to make that fiction into
Okay,
reality.
yeah, I
A
did
pretty
make fiction
similar level of
reality.
reality
Fuck.
to the life equation, and a level of
He
power
canonically
Simone had no
made
trouble
us
embracing
part of his
and
show.
mastering by the end of his
He's
story.
the
No matter
best.
how you look
I
at it,
fucking hate the
Simone
character.
might start weaker, but his
Nah,
peak
Simone's
will
the
always
greatest. He's
transcend
now one of my
Kyle's.
favorite anime
Isn't
characters
that
of
how
all
all
time.
of
He
Simone's
just
battles
had
usually
hacks
go
for
anyway?
everything. I don't think
That's
there's any
Gurren
character.
Lagann in a
Even
nutshell.
Alien X is
So
probably gonna get
Simone's
afforded by
incredible
this. This isn't even
potential
a bad death
eclipsed
battle.
Kyle, which means his willpower was ultimately
Oh my god.
greater.
You're
Kyle may
just,
have embodied
you're
life
just,
itself,
you're
but
just
Simone's
really
unstoppable
mad that your
evolutionary
character
potential
lost or
would
throwing a
shatter
temper
even
tantrum
this
like a
Lanter's
But
baby.
what happened with
I
Superman
hope
versus
Kyle at
Goku
least
Part
dug the fight, because when it comes to death
Huh?
battle losers,
Which one is Superman
he was
versus
a
Goku
dead
Part 3?
ringer.
The winner.
Oh yeah, I know. I was acting like you by his baby.
You know when your favorite character uses the battle it hurts. That pain is
Hey,
unimaginable.
I was on Kylo Ren's side. I just decided to start liking Simone because of how inspiring his
Death
story
battle,
was.
Death battle. Give us a part 4 of Goku versus Superman just so he can die again. I need the part 4. I need
Watch
Nathan.
Goku win all of a
I
sudden.
will punch them if Goku wins. That's the most inaccurate. You know this Superman's built different, Nathan.
Hey, the Dragon Ball story is not over yet. Maybe when Dragon Ball Super comes back, Goku will soon be able to beat Superman, actually. Because
Superman
Goku's still
canonically
not
has
at his
no.
strongest.
What? Superman has no limits, Nathan. That's not happening here.
What if Goku has no limits in the future? His story's not done yet.
That would Yeti defeat the purpose of Goku. And you know it.
What do you mean? That's what Goku's always trying to achieve.
No, Goku's not trying to achieve that. He's always trying to break his limits, not have limits. He wants someone to test his limits against, man. What you mean? That defeats who Goku is.
Listen, Goku's story, the manga's still on break. His story's not over yet.
I hope the
By the
manga
time his
never comes
story
back.
is finally over, I'm pretty sure Goku will soon be able to beat Superman in the future.
I hope the manga never comes back so you can feel the pain I feel. I hope you die.
What pain? What pain?
The pain of Kyle Rayner using to a fire!
Nah, he's the greatest. That guy's amazing. He
I
literally
will-
proves that all underdogs can beat gods.
I will usually punch you, Nathan. There won't be a
He
Nathan
was
after
literally fighting for the underdogs. He's awesome. I'm gonna make sure the NPC looks up to him.
I'm going to delete that from the video so no one gets the context. But I'm going to kill you.
Nah, he's amazing. He is the definition of underdogs always win.
I'm just exhausted and tired. Nathan, you handle the outro.
Alright, guys. Simone beat White Lantern Kylo Rayner. He is one of the greatest anime protagonists of all time, and he is a true underdog hero. Thank you for watching this death battle, and don't be like Brendan. If you lose, take the loss. Because you'll never know if an amazing character you want to win in death battle finally wins, like me. But yeah, thank you for watching, and see ya.
Fuck you.